Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the news and more news and more news and more news. Got some great news to report to you guys. All you fans of a good comedy film called Friday are going to be ecstatic right now. Just got word that it's been greenlit. The new Friday movie is going to come out right now. So, got great news. Cause what happened was, okay, let's just take it back a little bit. 2002 was next Friday, right? That was the last movie to come out. I think it was like the third Friday movie, I think it was. Well, anyway, that movie came out in 2002, if I'm not mistaken. 2002, that movie that came out, and since then, it's been crazy because we didn't hear no more about the next movie that's supposed to come out because it's like a franchise series, right? Everybody loved the characters and everyone have the most quotable lines from those movies. Great comedy, lighthearted. But for the most part, we haven't seen them in years. But we just got a green light. Ice Cube just got the green light from Warner Brother Films and New Line Cinema to go ahead and write and produce the new movie. This one right here is going to be called Last Friday. I don't think it's going to be the last actual Friday, but I think they're talking about what happened the Friday before and kind of going from there. But this is exciting news because this is something Ice Cube has been trying to get off the ground for the last, 23 years now? It's 2025, the last one came out in 2002, so it's taken them about a year or two to develop that. So you can imagine it's been a 20-something year run just trying to get that next one off the ground. Now, apparently there were some executives that came into play. A lot of times those movie studios, they bring in new players that come in and think that, they have, I guess, more say-so or more knowledge on what films would probably do better. And so a lot of times they swept, another Ice Cube Friday movie under the rug. And they didn't really understand the core audience of that. Like I am one of the fans of the Friday series. I'm sure a lot of you are. But in that time period, we just kept losing a lot of people that made it more difficult for people to even see a division on that. And when you think about it, I want you to think about this. Think about how many people have passed away that all of them wanted to participate in another Friday film. But think about how many passed away. Let's think about it. Okay, first you got Ronaldo Ray. Ronaldo Ray is a comedian, and he played Red's father, the character Red's father. That's one. Then we have Bernie Mac. Bernie Mac, remember, he was in the movie as well. He played, I think it was Pastor Cleaver. Pastor Cleaver, yep. He the one that was over there flirting with the little guy's wife there, Miss Parker, pretty Miss Parker. They should bring her back as well too. But yeah, Bernie Mac died. That's two, right? A.J. Johnson. A.J. Johnson played Ezel. Ezel was a notable character that was like the neighborhood thief and, very funny guy. He was a stand-up comedian as well. I think he passed away. Matter of fact, let me think about it. I'm not sure how Ronaldo passed away. I know Bernie Mac had a disease or something that, pretty much he was dealing with that kind of took his life after a few months. Then you had A.J. Johnson. They found him dead. I don't know if that was a drug overdose or something like that, but they found him dead in his home. It may have been a stroke. I'm not sure. Then you have John Witherspoon. John Witherspoon played Ice Cube's father, played Pops, right? Now, he had passed away, if I'm not mistaken, because I remember he did like a little video frying chicken that night. Now, he was 77 years old. He's eating fried chicken in the middle of the night. And he passed away of a heart attack, I think, the next day, unfortunately. But this is the guy who lived a great, healthy life for the most part there. Who else we got? We got, remember Yvette Wilson? Yvette Wilson. You guys probably know her from that show with Monique and Brandy and all those guys. Not Brandy, but it was like the spinoff of Brandy's show. What's that show with Monique called? Anyway, she was Monique's sidekick in that show. But she the one that played Rita. Rita was the girl who had catfished the character Smokey, played by none other than Chris Tucker. She the one said she looked like Janet Jackson, and she did not. But very funny character. She was a great comedian as well. Now I know she had died of cancer. I remember that. Let's see who else. We had LaWanda Page. Remember LaWanda Page? She is well known for playing on National Sanford Son, but in the Friday movie, she actually played one of the Jehovah's Witnesses. that was knocking on the door. There was a little humor there as well. She would have been a great returning character. I think she just died of natural causes. She was in her 80s. We got, who else? I'm trying to think who else. Well, I can't think of no one else off the top of my head, but one more person. This right here is an uncredited one, unfortunately. But it was Michael Clark Duncan. You guys, if you guys don't really remember him having speaking roles or anything, because he didn't have any, but he played one of Debo's sidekicks. Matter of fact, Debo. Oh yeah, didn't forget him. That was Tiny Lester. Tiny Lester passed away. They found him dead at his home there. He died in his sleep. Michael Clark Duncan, I think he was in a hospital. He passed away. So I'm not sure now off the top of my head what was the exact cause. But nonetheless, this is good news because another thing I remember hearing in the summer of last year, there was an executive named Mike Deluca. Now, Mike Deluca was one of the main guys who got one of the Fridays off the ground. Probably the last one, either no, or probably the first one, I'm not sure. But he used to run New Line Cinema. New Line Cinema was a company that always, put out some great films. As a matter of fact, he put out Deep Cover with Bill Duke. He put out, you might see his name in Shogun, the series that came out within the last 6 months. He's a producer on that. He got like probably 70 or 80 producing credits. This guy has been doing a lot of things. He did Austin Powers, one of those movies. He did a lot of movies, awful lot of movies. But nonetheless, he was pretty much saying how he just came on board with Warner Brothers. And they're going to fight to get that Friday movie off the ground. That sparked another interest in that Friday movie after so many years. And he got together with Ice Cube and they got it done. So it's going to be coming out real soon, guys. Now, I have a question for you guys. What do you think if they brought in some AI or some holograms to bring back some of the iconic characters that we lost? Wouldn't that be interesting, huh? Yeah, but nonetheless, we'll see what happens. Ice Cube is going to write it. He's going to produce it and star in it, of course. And we'll see exactly how it's going to turn out there. So that's some great news for all you Friday fans out there. We look forward to it. And I'm sure it's going to have a hot soundtrack, too. All right, that's it for the news right now. Check in for later. Subscribe for more, okay? And like us. Thank you very much.